weeks post-injury, and I kind of forgot to do the videos, which is what I was aiming not to do. I was aiming to keep as updated as possible throughout the whole journey, because everyone else seems to do the same thing. Just you're recovering, so you just forget about it, don't you? However, I thought I'd come on and do another video. There's a little bit more information as to what's been going on. So last update was 6 weeks post-surgery. Since then, at the 6 week point, I was meant to have an appointment. It got pushed back a week. So at the 6 week point, I would have been allowed to start driving. Then a week or two after that, I was booked into physio. You'll have to excuse me. I think my dog wants back in. Should have to wait. A week after that, I was booked into my physio. And we then started going through a plan of attack of what we were going to do moving forwards. So we did just kind of like making up a gym routine that would be helpful for work movements mainly. She did say start easing back into strength training, but don't be an idiot. Just push it to the point where it hurts and then stop, because then you know where the threshold is. You know what you can kind of tolerate. So yeah, mainly work movements. So it's obviously just pushing and pulling like I would be with a bread at work, and lifting 10 kilo weights because we only lift one tray at a time. But yeah, so it was more that. Since then, it's been progressively getting better. I'd say now I'm at about 50% of normal working load. So say for instance, my incline barbell press, I'm only doing about 80 kilos. But I say only, I'm very happy to be doing 80 kilos. Fucking 12 weeks ago, I didn't think I was ever going to lift again because I thought my arm was done. So but I'm only doing about 80 kilos on incline barbell. Pressing movements seem fine. I don't really get any jip from pressing movements, but I'm obviously still being very, very careful. A lot of that, I think, psychological. I don't want to mess it up again because I'm still not back at work yet, which we'll get into in a second, but I'm taking it very easy. I'm also really stripping back my training, so that might be a part of it as well. Literally really focusing on form, time under tension and things like that. And I'll have a little bit of a rebound effect by doing that than if I was just to go straight back in as a meathead. Let's move some weight. So yeah, only about 80 kilos incline press. Shoulder press, similar, about 80, 90 kilos on the shoulder press machine. Trying to think of anything else that would be very relevant really. Bicep curls. So bicep curls, we worked out a movement. This might be helpful because I'm getting this from private physio. So if you've only got NHS, take this in because it's bloody brilliant. So you stand a single arm bicep curl, bring the dumbbell up like you normally would to that point, push it out. So you bring the dumbbell up to there like you normally would, push it out in front of you, and then at this point is very vulnerable, but you're loading the tendon up because that's where the tendon's going to be most, like the load will be going through the tendon most. Then lower it down slowly to the side. So you're literally doing that motion, but very slowly. I'm only doing this with like 10 kilo dumbbells at the minute, nothing fucking crazy, just very slowly. So I'll do that for 10 on each arm because I don't want this arm to, I want to try and strengthen the tendon in this arm a little bit as well if I can get something out of it. And to be fair, doing that movement, I've felt the tendon in this arm a little bit as well. So I'm like, okay, that needed something in anyway. So yeah, doing that. And then I'll go into same weight of dumbbells, 10 kilos. I know, but 10 kilo dumbbells. And then I'll do alternating dumbbell curl. So I'll come up into a normal dumbbell curl. But when I get to the top, because that's for supination and pronation, I will pronate it over and then slowly lower it back down. So again, it's putting more load through the tendon. And literally the same again, so just curl it up, pronate, and then slowly lower it down. I find that that's been helping quite a bit, strengthen that tendon. I'm lifting my 2.5-year-old daughter. She's probably just shy of 17 kilos. So I'm lifting her with ease again. Yeah, just things like that. So that definitely helped that movement. Adding that into my gym routine, like so like a cable pullover. So like obviously have like a, you can either, I've been using a straight bar to try and keep my arms in that position. So obviously holding the straight bar there, trying to get the whole body into this, leaning over a little bit, but holding it out straight, and then pulling with straight arms, pulling the cable down and into your waist. So it's going through your lats, but it's also loading that tendon up again. If you see where, when I'm pushing down, obviously the load's going to be going through the whole forearm there. So as soon as I push down and take the weight, it's literally straight through and into your waist. So yeah, that helps quite a bit as well. Like we've done a little bit of pushing and pulling with like a sled type thing, but that's more for my job. And again, like literally, we've got 25 kilo plate, literally just lifting it from the weight tree, putting it down onto a bench, or same again, bench up to a weight tree, but both sides, just to strengthen up in that movement, because that's going to be for work. I think that's pretty much it. Swimming's been very good, quite helpful. Just being in the water, I know, but like a breaststroke, you're still going to put some load through that arm, through that tendon. So either way, and in the water, obviously you've got the feeling of weightlessness anyway. So that's been quite helpful. I did keep myself heavy-ish, so I kept body fat up quite high throughout the whole process. I know we're only 12 weeks now, so there's still a long way to go yet, but so far, touch wood, so good. Kept body fat at a decent, like a higher level, with higher glycemic foods, just to aid recovery throughout the whole process. Supplementation, I've been over supplementing. Don't know if I put this in my previous video, but I did. Also, I've been massively overdosing. I've been doing 10 grams of omega-3s a day to aid recovery. I've been doing 4 caps of curcumin from Supplement Needs. I've been doing that daily, 2 a.m, 2 p.m. The omegas I've been doing 5 a.m, 5 p.m. 10 grams of creatine instead of 5. Bit of glutamine. Trying to think what else. Hydration products, I've been banging them in like they're going out of fashion, just to keep the body hydrated to aid with recovery. Taurine, because obviously we know that the muscle dehydration also is not going to help. So taurine will hydrate the muscle, not just hydrate you, it will hydrate the muscle tissue itself as well. So adding taurine in, 10 grams a day. Peptides, BPC 157 and TB 500. I think I said this in my previous video, but dosages, etc. It's all up to you. They're research peptides. I'm not advising anyone to touch them. I'm not advising anyone to take them. I'm just saying this is what I've used. Do I think they've helped? Maybe. Don't know. At the end of the day, they cost me a lot of money, but if someone said to me, give me £1,000 and I'll give you something that's going to make your arm heal 3 times as quick, or 10 times, twice as quick, take my money, pal. Yeah, so that's that. And then next Friday, which will be just over 13 weeks post-surgery, I will be returning to work as a phased return type thing. Should probably say that my company's been very, very good. So 13 weeks post-surgery, I'm still getting paid 90% of my wage. They've paid for the private healthcare, the private physio, sorry. So I've got private physio, which has been night and day better than the NHS. They are doing a phased return for me. So for the first at least 3 weeks, I'll just be doing light duties, I guess. It's probably the best way of putting it, as like a spare bod like not even a spare bod, just an extra bod. But yeah, they've been very good, very, very good. Other than that, I think that's it. I think we're good to go. I'll update again. I'll try and update again at the between 16 and 20 week mark, because they say 20 weeks is when you can fully return to sport. So I'll update again then, and we'll see how we're getting on. Other than that, I think we're good. Hope you're all well. Again, if you've got this injury, it sucks, but stick with it. Do exactly what you're told. Don't go above and beyond. Don't be a hero. Just do as you're told, but to the letter, like autistically do it literally, yeah. And hopefully we'll have a good recovery and we're all back to where we want to be, doing the things we want to do in due course. I'm gonna have to go because my dog's chewing something, but I hope you're well. Take care.